All right, welcome to Conference of Champions. You notice it's a little smaller than SC1, a little smaller than SC2. It's because not everyone's invited to this one. This one is it's probably my favorite of the three conferences. It's much more, raise your hand to be like personal growth. You're not raising your hand. This one's a lot more personal growth oriented. Who here is excited to hear Jeff's public speaking talk? Jeff has a lot of talks. There are none that rival his public speaking talk. Hope you're ready. Who here wants to learn a little about time management from Mike Abramowitz? Oh, yeah! Grab your time. Great. I want to start by bringing up our division manager, Jeff Gamboa. If you've been living under a rock, then you don't know that Jeff Gamboa, his first summer, he sold $76,000. Imagine being the coolest kid in school and also going to school with like 24 grand in your pocket. That was Jeff Gamboa. Jeff Gamboa, he was youngest promoted division manager at the time, I believe, in company. And he took over the DC Metro division. And he took a struggling division to be one of the top performing divisions in the entire nation. He was then promoted to come down to Florida Caribbean division. And he took the same thing. It was kind of a struggling division. He took to be one of the top divisions in the nation. And his track record of success got him a promotion where he was able to take over a second division. That was just this spring, where he took over Florida Gulf, Florida Caribbean, made it Florida United. And now we're one of the most dynamic, probably the most dynamic team in the company. That's something to be proud of. That's awesome. And what we've been able to do here, I mean, managers, you'll appreciate this, but this is not the same division I came into in 2014. This is not the same Conference of Champions that we had in 2014 as C3 back in the day. It's something special that we have here, and I just want to make sure you guys aren't taking it for granted, because what we have here, it's something special. It's something special to be a part of. Ask anyone that's been here for a couple of years. There's nothing quite like this. So, Mr. Gamboa, he's on fire right now. I think this is the best year ever to be a PSM for Mr. Gamboa, because he's been able to mentor me, and he's played a bigger role in my life than just about anyone in my life other than my own father. So, if you're ready to learn from him, then I hope you have pen and paper ready. If there's one thing you need to know about Mr. Gamboa, it's if you bring him the energy, he's going to double it. He's ready to double the energy. He's going to put on a great conference. So, A players, remember what we talked about. Let's make sure we bring a ton of energy for our division manager, Mr. Jeff Gamboa.
You know, when I was a new division manager, I was 22, 23 years old. I got promoted to run a division. I really had no idea what I was doing. My mom came to a meeting. My dad came right after. And this happened. Jeff Gamboa! Woo! My dad goes, now I know why you like this. My mom said, why did they clap for you so loud? Thanks, Mom. We had 45 people at this event last year. We're almost at 90 here. We toured 61 people last year for TLA Tour. We toured 121 this year. I didn't get on one flight other than Puerto Rico last year. I was on 7 in 2 weeks. It's been one hell of a tour. So now that I get to see the crew, the fam, the clique, the squad, the ruckus, I want to talk to you. I just want to give you an update on the tour. If you are in this picture, stand up. If you're in this picture, stand up. It's right down the street. Do you know that? Yep. That really wonderful, beautiful hotel. Right? Crown Plaza with the very easy access parking. So we were on the roof deck, and 5 months ago, we took a Florida Gulf team that had just dismantled from a #1 division, previously known as North Florida Division. We took our Florida Caribbean team, we put them together, and we had one meeting to make it all work. We had one meeting where we met for the first time. We took vet managers like a Carlos Cordero, like a Michael Bromwitz, and we took some veterans from our Florida Caribbean side, like Andrew Evans running his 3rd branch about to be, and Luke. And we said, we're going to create something really special, but we have to unite. No pun intended, pun intended. We have to get it together. We have to unite. And we're going to set out to create the most epic summer that the region has ever seen. And I just want to say thank you, and I hope you feel the excitement that I have because we have just created the most epic summer that the Eastern region has ever seen. There are more number ones in this room than any other summer for Eastern region. There are more record breakers in this room, performances. There are more 10K fast starters. Do you know that in previous and other organizations, you could get into TLA at $8,000 in CPO? That's unheard of here. But that was the thing. That was real back in the day. You could get into TLA at 8. I would interview people at 6K. That is not doing the job. Right? That is not doing the job. There would be times where people would celebrate selling a signature incomplete as a big day. And we know that's a no-no here, right?
Doing the job.
There was a time. Yeah. That's Rachel.
Which
So
one?
I just want to say, before we start, that we set out to do something really special. And whether you're a branch manager standing up, whether you're a district manager, Luke the pilot sales manager, I just want to say thanks. I can't even express my gratitude for the hard work. And that's from those of you that are the bottom of the performance, right? Because every train has a caboose, and you'll learn that. But you're still on the train. I'll say it again. Every train has a caboose, but you're still on that train. Or you're a role player, a middle player, or you're the Metro Miami Spartan team leading the way on the branch side. You're the vet office leader Clearwater team, or you're the pilot doing $1 million in sales at the top. It doesn't matter. I just want to say thanks. This has been the most fun summer of my career. This has been the most explosive. This has been the most inspiring. And it's 2 years before anything gets really nasty. And I'm really proud that if you ship $5,000 or $10,000 out of your office, or you're going to ship 1.1 million, it doesn't matter. This was exciting. And you know what? There are a lot of doubters. There were a lot of haters that said there's no way they're going to take two completely different and really, really different organizations, and they're not going to come together that fast. They'll be good, but not that good. And I just have to say one thing. You didn't know. I just thought of that. I'll close that. So can we give our districts and branches a big round of applause? Had your push week 3 weeks ago, and I just finished mine. In fact, my push week ends tomorrow. I've been on tour. I've been traveling. And I want to give you an update. So we last left off as the largest organization at SC2 on the hill, on the wet hill by the airport. You guys remember that? Especially all the ladies.
Oh my gosh.
Who's in this picture? Raise your hand if you're here. Yeah. How did it feel to be part of the view at that event? I want to hear that. What are some things that you felt that you... Feedback. So you're at SC2, you're at Atlanta, Georgia. What was it like to be part of Florida United? I want to hear this. Yell them out, or you can raise your hand. Go ahead, Alex.
I felt like I was a part of something bigger than myself.
And literally, it was the biggest, not just bigger. Right, Jeremy? Yeah, a lot of pride. Did anyone here feel pride? Did anyone love it when we did our cheer and everyone turned?
Yeah.
Did anyone, one of you, I'm so sorry, one of you came up to me and said, yeah, this one kid came up and said, where are you from? And I said the U, and they went, damn, that's awesome. What's it like? Is it real? Other feedback. What was it like to be part of Florida United in Atlanta, Georgia? What were some of the feelings that you had? What were some of the experiences? Okay, it was inspiring. Did anyone like to just win? Did anyone feel a sense of winning? From number one rep, number one branch, number one office. I mean, we had no, it was just nonsense. And so this was the beginning of my tour. And then from there, we had some championship summers. I could put so many different offices, but I do want to highlight this office because I paid the bills. So, this office, Fort Lauderdale, and we're not even done yet, just eclipsed $1 million in sales for the summer. Only been done by, I want to say less than 10. Mike, you would know, Carlos. How many $1 million summers? 10? Not even? Not even. I would say we might be the 7th in the history of the company. Assume 7th or 8th. That was cool. And then from there, I started TLA tour. I got a chance to meet one-on-one. I met one-on-one for anywhere between 20 minutes up to, in some cases, 2.5 hours with some of you. 20 minutes to 2.5 hours with 121 candidates, 123. 123 candidates. This happens to be Malcolm, putting $2,000 down on top of his 40%. I got a chance to meet different people from different organizations, people who brought cash, like drug dealers, like Gabby over here. Gabby. I'd like to make a statement for TLA. What, that you're a drug dealer? And she laughed. Okay. Lauren on virtual. Okay. This is not the only one. This is just this one makes me laugh. Look familiar? Does this look familiar? Right? Doing cut through college tracks. I did 121 of these, and everyone was just as exciting for every one of you. Future. This one happens to be. This is Lauren's med school. Right? All in an effort to be a 5-star recruit. All in an effort to get acceptances into med school, if not other Cutco opportunities. 121 of these, and there wasn't one single one that didn't spark my interest. The last one, and she's probably watching live, was Emily from Panama City. Right? From the comforts of her own room. My last one, I said, Emily, you were the very last. Do you know what it means when you're the last one? She goes, oh my gosh, what does it mean? I said, absolutely nothing. Oh, I'm so nervous. 121 of these. I can't tell you, 121 of these means 121 times we see future 5-star recruits. 121 of these means 121 people who are excited to do cut through college. 121 of these means 121 people who hustled, who worked hard, who grinded, and who did what everyone said they were going to do, but only 121 got to do that interview for TLA. And so whether you get accepted tonight or not, I want to say thank you. I want to say congratulations. And I want to say if you're here, you've worked really hard and we're really proud of you. So I think you should give yourselves a round of applause for this team. And the tour had some shenanigans, of course. I had some vegan shenanigans with Mike Abramowitz, which was one of my favorite meals the whole time. And I wanted to share this one because, aside from the shenanigans, I also laugh a lot when I'm with Mike. Mike's one of the funniest people in the division. And I also got a chance to open up my mind to what it's like from someone to go from a steady business to have, no pun intended, a game-changing summer where your office in the middle of August looks like it's an office that's in the middle of May. This is an office picture that looks like it's in the heat of the summer when the team is at its biggest. This is the Clearwater team meeting. I watched and observed. Mike wasn't too happy with you guys, by the way. That's one jam. Okay? And I watched and observed game-changing results. This is typical you from 2017. And of course, more shenanigans. We got a chance to drive in Mike's Beamer, and I didn't drive. Dalila drove, branch manager, almost crashed. Actually, no, the true story was Mike gave the keys to Dalila, who's looking to create a district option at some point. And she said, oh, well, let me see what it's like to be a district manager. And so I tried to find the most realistic picture of a crashed, totaled BMW. And I sent it to Mike. I'm so sorry. We're safe. Don't worry. But of course, he knows Joe. And then we had more shenanigans. My favorite is when Rhiannon Smith, our branch manager in Tampa, leaves the office, and I find all these office decorations for their theme meetings, and I found the Thor costume. So this is just one of the. This is after she came back. I probably have 6 selfies of myself in Thor outfits, and I was sending it to my Heidi, my fiance, and she goes, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm on tour. This is professional." And then Rhea goes, "I can't. What are you doing?" I said, "I'm just rummaging through your office." And then more shenanigans in Miami. These two. Album's about to drop, Moises. Album's about to drop. I don't know if I have to even say anything on this one. This is Andrew and Luke. This is kind of our tradition. When Luke and Andrew finish 1 and 2 and do the things they're doing, we always do an epic kind of fun night out and dinner. We got a chance to go to a premiere party at Daniel Falcone's designer clothing, which was exciting. And afterwards had some epic food and other things I can't talk about.
Damn.
Now it's about to drop. I want to thank Rachel Gutman for our photography. I'm not one to take photos like this, but I think this is fun. And I think this is going to be the promotion for future VIP nights. Okay? And who was a VIP night? Yeah. Not too shabby, huh? We had the penthouse suite at the W Hotel with the wraparound balcony. What a view, huh? Yeah. And then I forgot who came in. Everyone was gathered in the lobby downstairs. And we sent Taylor Max down, we sent Luke downstairs, we sent Andrew downstairs. And I don't know if you guys hammed it up. He said, VIP night will commence. Join. Everyone took the climbing elevators up and we got upstairs. Hip hop was blasting, whatever music was blasting. And someone walked in, I can't remember who it was. And they went, oh my God, I'm a VIP. And I just said, you are VIP. How does it feel? And we had a great champagne toast. And apparently there was an excursion to downtown Lauderdale, which I'm sure was what it was. Sure. And we also had our own excursion too. And take a look. And I sent a picture to Scott Dennis, and Scott said, that might be the biggest VIP night I've ever seen in my entire career. So that might be the biggest VIP night I've ever seen. Got a chance to network. What a toast. Great times, great networking. And of course, more shenanigans. Always more shenanigans. That was fun. We also had a celebration last Friday. This is the Fort Lauderdale pilot team celebrating $1 million in collective sales. Heidi got a chance to fly down for 48 hours. That was exciting. And we celebrated what was going to be one of the hardest summers ever. But $1 million in sales already. Actually, we hit close to $1 million on that Friday. Okay. Here's the shrunk a little bit. I'm glad she made it. And then from VIP night, we finished the tour. After Rocco's Tacos, the next day, Heidi and I went on a flight, went to the airport. Heidi flew to Philadelphia, and I got a chance to fly right to Atlanta to meet with our district manager team. And this is us on Sunday. Our district managers, you might see someone in there who, these are normally district managers, we'll talk about Andrew in a second. And we got a chance to spend 48 hours planning the future of Florida United. We spent about 48 hours getting prepared for what's going to be an outstanding fall campaign. It's really cool. We have the biggest contest, I'd say the most exclusive, the most epic, the most expensive contest company runs. It's called President's Banquet. It's where they take the winners who qualify to a 2-day decadent trip to Las Vegas. We stayed at the Encore Hotel, caviar, champagne. Lowe's Mike last year dropped how much on champagne alone? Well, $13,000 in just the one dinner alcohol bill, and just champagne, not including all the cocktails, because you know he has cocktails too. Didn't include the Chef Mina private dinner. It didn't include the caviar reception on the first day. It didn't include the private limos in the private room when the TV turns on and has your name and says, "Welcome, Mr. Cordero. Congratulations, President's Banquet winner." That's cool. And I'm excited because we have a shot of having all 8 of our members win President's Banquet. Props to Andrew, who's already hit it. So we'll see if that's good. The pilot, for the most part, are already there, which is exciting. So congratulations on that. Let's give him a round of applause. And David from Puerto Rico, Grace from Puerto Rico, Karina. David will be taking over the pilot in the fall. If I ever point to you, I go like this, I go, Rachel, you hit enter, please. Rachel! I'm just kidding. And then here we are planning and during our breakfast meeting on Sunday. And one of the coolest highlights is that our region kickoff on Tuesday night, we got a chance to promote Mr. Andrew Evans from branch manager to his new position now, and he will be a district manager full-time, year-round, running the Tallahassee organization. And he hasn't committed to doing this after college just yet. We're still in that grooming, courting process, if you will. But between now until the spring, the Tallahassee office will be run by Mr. Andrew Evans. So we're really excited. So officially on Tuesday, we can give him a round of applause for him. want to share what gets me so excited about our team here today. I want to share, I would say, the 4 anchors that really have embodied what you guys have done this summer and why you guys are the champions here at Champions Conference, or Conference of Champions. And this summer, you guys were #1, true professionals. I love watching some of you, when I met you at SC1, what you're wearing then and what you're wearing now. I love seeing the ladies' skirts get longer. You guys understand what that means, right?
Yeah.
Less provocative, more professional. I love it. I love seeing the guys get more wearing ties now that are theirs, not dad's. And there's nothing wrong with dad's ties. I used to wear them all the time. I love seeing shoes that are shined. I love seeing buttoned up outfits. Not so super tight, not so super low. Brushed up shoes. Everyone's wearing the same damn shoes. They're all buying double monk straps, gentlemen. I think it's great. I think it's cool. Everyone's got a planner. I saw briefcases this summer. Right? Dad's briefcase, Marty Brady Jr. This is my father's briefcase. All right, Marty. All right. I love the professionalism that's happening, but more so, what's going to be happening. We saw explosive team building. Raise your hand if you're here today because someone recommended you to Cutco and Vector Marketing this summer. Raise your hand. We wouldn't have a conference. We wouldn't have a conference. And I can't tell you how explosive our team building was. We had more Jamaica winners than ever this year. Who's going to Jamaica? Woo! 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 Yeah. Me too. Okay. Luke and I will chaperone. Luke and I will chaperone. And boy, did we have standards of sales performance, anchor #3. Did we perform at a high level? I think about Champions Reception, Scott Dennis's Champions Reception at SC2. I think about being on stage and watching all of our trophies taken from the U. I think people got sick of the Dale Fuego. I didn't. I certainly didn't. And most importantly, we saw a lot of aggressive desire for growth, anchor #4. We saw a lot of working hard to become a better version of yourself. We saw a lot of positive habits that weren't happening before. I'd like to share that real quick. What are some positive habits now that are the new you that weren't you before? Cutco, almost TLA, SC1, division meeting. I'd love to hear this. Any players you can help lead, but good. Giovanni. Waking up early. Raise your hand if that's new to you. What? Ready? And you chose that. You willingly got up early. Go figure. You know who else does that? Grown-ups. Yeah. Successful adults. Give me some other aggressive pursuit. Senator Palacio.
Writing down my plans.
I'm sorry, what?
Writing down my plans.
Writing your plans down in a planner. What? Mike's going to love this one today when he teaches you time management. You know who else does that? Successful adults. Being fiscally responsible. Raise your hand if you have a withholding account and you withheld money so you wouldn't see it and wouldn't spend it on purpose. Oh. You know who else does that? Every independently wealthy person I know. Every independently wealthy person I know. Anyone that I know is a millionaire, I know several, they all do this in some way, shape, or form. I don't know a single person who doesn't do this that is a net value where they can be independent from work. Give me a couple more. Malloy, talk to me.
Learning to say no to others. Like, when they're like, want to come out tonight? I'm like, no.
Yeah, you got 5 demos that you work 3 hours to book. You have 5 demos tomorrow. First one's at 9 a.m. And you get that 11 o'clock text. Yo! What's going on? What up? No. And before that was so hard, wasn't it? No, okay, just for a little bit. It's so easy. How many of you found yourself having easy no's this summer because you were pretty clear? It's like, oh no, just, are you for real? Yeah, no. Give me a couple more. I can go an hour. Hey.
Social skills.
Social skills. Coming out of your shell, speaking. Any shy bees in here? Come out of your shell? Palacio, shy bee?
Sorry, yeah.
Okay. Give me a couple more. This is exciting. Managers, tell me as a rep of yours here in attendance that has new habits that you're noticing. You want to add on to? All right. One more.
Being constructive in the face of adversity, like for example, if a demo cancels on me just because the phone makes a phone call.
Yeah. You know what else does that? Productive adults. What?
Phone confidence. I've seen that.
Anyone more comfortable speaking to adults than before you just text them maybe? Anyone notice the difference between you and your friends now, what they can and can't do? Yeah. Mark, you talk to them. What? Come on, you know how to do it. You know how to do it? I heard that. I heard that. Jeff, come on, talk to me. You can get us in. You can get us in. Come on, you do that. You know how. Talk to people? And I got us in, of course. I mean, come on, Eddie.
Just people's vocabulary. I know changed around our.
Raise your hand if your vocabulary has changed. Right? The whole doing the job is a shift in vocabulary. You guys understand that, right? You completely changed. And the very first person, whoever you go back to the ancient times, who was the first man on earth. Doing the job came from Mila, right? That was Mila. And then somewhere along the line, someone chimed in, then it became a hashtag, and then it became all these really different ethnic, diverse ways of saying doing the job.
How important the people around you are.
Yeah, raise your hand if you're more aware of the circles of who you associate with, who you speak to. Never in your life were you more aware of 3 big red dots, huh? The most powerful professional and personal growth experience. That's what the United Division is about. Creating a 5-star recruit, a 5-star college graduate. And my friends, ladies and gentlemen, if you're here in Fort Lauderdale at the Embassy Suites on 17th Street, I can tell you, you're on your way to a 5-star career with us. You're on your way to graduating, first steps of graduating with the jobs that you want and the jobs that you can have. You're on your way to graduating and being a 5-star recruit who yours truly will come after and try to recruit to stay with us, like we are currently doing with several of you in the room. Like Andrew, Evan, with Seiko, the list goes on. With Tyler Condon. Tyler Condon's over here. He'll be a district manager. I'm not asking the same. No, I'm really saying. Sean Powell, you'll be a district manager. Your letters already in. Some of you are here and you don't even know you'll be district managers. Really exciting. Your Leadership Academy. Oh man, was the radar going off this week? Raise your hand if you feel like you finished strong for TLA. Raise your hand if you felt like you were fighting. Where's Tracer? Tracer Parrish was finishing strong. Who was on vacation and sold to Grandpa?
That was Josie.
Josie Dacko's finishing strong. Who was at under 10K today or yesterday and sold to get over 10K? Raise your hand. A couple of you. Who was under 10K? I know you were. Who was under 10K? I know you were. That's right. I got 3 text messages this morning, fighting all the way through. So, as always, I'm going to ask that you're 100% engaged today. Can I get that? Can I get you engaged? Can I have you guys focus? This is going to be a different event. This is going to be a fun event. It's going to be a growth-oriented event. This event is about you. So I want you to take 30 seconds. I want you to write down your notes. I want you to write down big 3 and underline it. Big 3 and underline it. I'm going to get you used to some TLA management here. Big 3. And I want you to write down the big 3 objectives and outcomes you want from this event. What are the 3 things? If you got anything else, these are the 3 outcomes that you desire from being here in attendance, for sacrificing your time, your money, your energy for the next 48 hours. What are the 3 most important outcomes to you? I'll give you another 20 seconds. What are the 3 most important outcomes for you to get that you desire, that you deserve, that you're going to fight to get? Is it someone you want to connect and network with that you know they're vital for your success? Is it to get on someone's radar, your district, my radar? Is it to learn a certain skill? Is it to create a certain connection? What are your big 3? And I encourage you, and this is 2 TLA, maybe 3 TLA events early, I encourage you to do this monthly, weekly, and if you're really on it, you journal and you do this daily. I can show you my journal right now in the back. It's one of I don't know, 6 from this year alone, or 3 from this year alone. And I have it every single day, big 3. And you know what one of my big 3 was today? To inspire and lead the young people at COC today. That was my big 3. Number 1, big 3 outcome, to inspire and to lead the young people at COC today. Number 2, to get quality time with our COC members today. And number 3, have fun. That was my third big 3. Have a ton of fun with the champions of Florida United. So here's how you're going to maximize, how we're going to maximize the event. As always, take a lot of notes. Number 2, I would have a running list today, the way I teach our managers to have a running list. And the running list is, what's my hot action list for after the event? And I want you to start that. Go to a new page, keep it separate. What's my hot action list? For some of you, it's appointments. For some of you, the disappointment of not getting into TLA will prompt a fire that will set you free from not being in TLA, from being stagnant with your appointment. And you'll get into TLA late admission. I love those stories. What's your hot action list? For some of you, it's going to be to reach out and connect with that circle of influence that you know you need to get into your circle. For some of you, it's the opposite. For some of you, it's to start working hard. For some of you, it's to start packing for school. For some of you, it's to get organized. How else to get the most out of the event? Well, I'll ask you. You've been to SC1, division meeting, SC2. Who's been to all 3? SC1, division meeting, and SC2. Raise your hand, real high. That's interesting. Who's been to division meeting and SC2? Who's been to just SC2? Who's been to nothing? Who doesn't know where you are right now? Wait, who are you? So you tell me, how do we maximize events? How do you get the most out of conferences? How do you get the most out of meetings? Eric?
Be interactive.
Yeah, be interactive. Talk to people. Yeah, engage. Be 100% engaged. Pay attention. How else do you get the most? Ask lots of questions. Where do questions start?
Conversation.
Conversation. Whether it's a networking conversation. Tonight, my favorite part of tonight is late night with the FSMs. You get to sit down at the table, one of these tables, and watch a district or branch manager do their presentation. You can ask lots of questions. How else do we get the most? We get 100% engagement from our meeting today. Not all at once. Yeah, energize. Sit up straight. You feel like you need energy. Change your state. Might run on top of that. Change your state of heartbeat. Moises.
Seek specific answers on your goals/concerns.
Be specific. If I'm having a hard time, right, Moises? If I'm having a hard time with leads, look for the table who you know gets good leads, or the manager that's presenting. Ask them, hey, Rachel, can I have you do your recommendation approach? Because I'm only getting 5 or 6. I'm not getting a sponsor. The answers are here. This, and I think Mike was the one who said this. It was our May staff meeting, June staff meeting. Mike said, I know you're thinking about doing a one-day event for us, but I'm really, 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 really adamant that we do 2 days. I'm really, really, really adamant that late night with FSM is such a high value for our rep. And I thought to myself, oh gosh, yeah, we can't miss late night with FSM. Raise your hand if you are over $30,000 in sales. Yeah, you want to hear from these people. 40,000, no, 50,000. Right? There are a lot of powerful tables on tonight. So I want to start off with some quick introductions. As you know, I want to start off. How many of you, this is your first Cutco event with us, United Team? We have any first timers? 2? Right here, Eddie's cousin, right? Gabe's cousin. Mom's side, dad's side. Mom's side. What's your name? Nico. That's right. Pleasure. And then Abby. You guys stand up. Can we give a lot of love to the newbies? Woo! Okay, here you are. I want to recognize all of our alliance members from SC2. I know you didn't get a chance to pull me do that, but if you committed to the alliance and you were on the Thunder group chat and you signed the contract and you pushed all the way through, I'd like you guys to stand up. We recognize and big round of applause to each other and to our other 10K Alliance members. I would like to recognize a cool group. If you got into the office key staff, and some offices didn't necessarily promote the same way, but if you are a key staff member, got your pin, got your promotion, I'd like you to stand up These are the lead members of our teams this summer. And no question, if you look at the sales report, these are some of our top salesmen in every single office. Can we give a big, strong, united round of applause? All right, guys, if you were, have a seat. If you were a 10K fast starter in your first 10 days, you worked and followed the program, and you were able to hit $10,000 in sales. Not everyone's here. A lot of them are back in school. This is also a big deal because 10K fast start is not that hard to do. Looking back, raise your hand if you're kicking yourself saying, if I could have my first 10 days over again, and if I had the full 10 days. Raise your hand. If you know that that's, I think in my office, I trained a lot of you. I think if you could have your 10 days over again, the damage you would do. But what's great, Tracer, Mark, right, Wani, Luke, Malloy, we have there's 2 more on Malcolm School. Last year, I think we had 3 10K fast starters. Here in the room alone, was it 7, 4, 6? There's 10 here with another probably 5 to 10. I think we'll go from 3 or 4 last year to just under 15 to 20. It's exciting. And the young ladies and gentlemen standing up right now did the job the right way the first 10 days. Some of you did it in explosive fashion where it was big set, and some of you, it was all the way till the end, and it was the final knife or set, that last set that got you. Can we give a big round of applause for it? This was our first 10K VIP. I want to do a little comparison. How cool is this? This was our first VIP night. And then we had our W Hotel a few weeks later. Pretty exciting. Who's in this picture? Raise your hand. That's cool. I mean, who's in this picture and at the W? That's cool. Who likes jerk chicken? No, I'd like to recognize, if you're a Jamaica winner and you're going whether you recommended or sold, I'd like you to stand up, managers included. I'd like to recognize our Jamaica winners. Can we give a big round of applause for our Jamaica winners? So Mike and Luke and Andrew and Orlando and I volunteered to chaperone everyone. Yes. So we will chaperone.
Thank you, sir.
We'll chaperone. I'd like to recognize our top sales in terms of career sales. So if you're over, now here's what's really cool, we'll recognize this tonight. The job gets really great financially. The job gets really great flexibility-wise when you hit 30-30. That's where it starts. Up until 30-30, you're making good money, but it's not Cutco money. It's not the money where you can work part-time and make full. It's not the money where you can change your life and pay for school. I'm thinking of Grant Strayer, our assistant in Fort Lauderdale. Grant's already in college at Indiana University, and he can't go to college unless he cuts a check for 9 to 20 grand before the school year starts. He has to cut a check in full before he can go to school, otherwise he doesn't go to Indiana. And for the last 2 summers, I'm proud to say that after being a rep his first summer and after being an assistant the second summer, he's cutting checks 2 years in a row to pay for his school on his own all the way to Indiana. And it's because 30-30 is the big difference. And the higher you get, the better it gets. So I want to recognize if you're a 30-30 member, well, think about when you first started. Some of you did it in 10 days, some of you just hit it. If you're 30-30 or higher, I'd like you to stand up. If you're $10,000 in sales or higher. I mean, you know, we used to do a special dinner and payout called the 30-30 payoff. We stopped doing it because too many people were hitting it. It wasn't special anymore. Now, here's what's cool. If you're sitting down, I encourage you to build momentum and get yourself to 30-30 as soon as possible. Maybe you're newer. Maybe you struggled a little bit. But props to all of you. 30-30-30. And if you're over $15,000 in sales, stay standing. Or if you're over 20,000, 35%, stay standing. 20 or higher. Okay, so these individuals are 35%. And I want you to notice, okay, in the fall, you can still do the job the right way. Or bare minimum, if you mess up, sell 500. How many of you feel like 500 is a lot easier nowadays than it was when you first started? Yeah.
Good joke.
It's a drop down 5 times. Some of you 10 times. Some of you 20. It's really fun. But look at the income. You sell one set on a Friday afternoon before you go out for fun, have the whole weekend off, have the whole week for school and fun, personal growth, TLA, you're still making $350 and you sold one set. If you messed up, you sold 2 or 3 average orders. This was worth it. It was worth fighting to Dirty 30, and I can't wait for all of you to WhatsApp me, not text, WhatsApp me now. What's happening right now? What's happening right now? Jeff, it's Palacio, Tallahassee. It's a little late. I know you'll get this tomorrow, but I just want to let you know that I did an appointment before I went out with my friends, and I sold a signature, DDJ, and it was pretty sweet because I just put $600 in my pocket. I appreciate you. And 2019, I'll talk to you soon. Tell Heidi I said hi. Like, those are my favorite messages. Because you say hi to Heidi, number one. But number two, I mean, hey Jeff, I want to let you know my sorority dues were due this week, so I just did 2 appointments and I paid them in full. Thanks, doing the job. Yeah. It was worth the fight, and you know it's also worth the fight. If you think this is good, get into TLA, be a manager next year. That's worth the fight the way it is now, times 50. Times 50. Congratulations so far. If you're over $30,000 in sales or higher, stay standing. So these individuals, this is where the money goes from game changing to life changing. You start to get into this level. $30,000 for 40%. You do the job, you make $400, up to $1,200. This is during the school year. And if you mess up and do $500, if you mess up, you still make $200. And I know that when I was in college, my friends were working bar back, bartender, bodyguard, internship, working at the front desk of the gym at University of Maryland, and they weren't making $200 working the time they worked part-time. Well, I could do this, make a ton of money, get great grades, do TLA, be really social, have fun, do all the things I want to do, have my cake and eat it too. This is exciting. How about $50,000? This includes office sales, by the way. $50,000 in sales or higher. It gets really exciting. Notice they're mostly managers. By the way, when you run a branch office, it counts for your total sales. And I want to recognize our 50% commission earners. If you're at 50% or higher, stay standing. Okay. So you're making half, baby. I mean, this is fun. Who? I think it was Ree. Ree, was it you? A real brand day? Yeah. Okay, so Rhiannon is one of our branch managers in Tampa. Been branched for her 2nd time this summer. And she sold the other day. She posted, she says, grand day, earned. Right? I didn't have a mic. If I did, I would have dropped it. Grand day, earned. Okay. How many appointments was that? 2 appointments. 2 hours worth of work, grand income earned. Is it worth it, Ree? Yep. A little travel fee you have? Ask her, she'll tell you. Think about that. 50%. I just want to stay on this for a second. 50%. Thanks for a lot. I'm looking at Kristen over here. Kristen's our assistant manager in Tampa. She's got a dancing career. She just got signed on for a professional dance company. So she's pursuing her dreams, but paying her bills with Cutco. Because she can't. What are your career skills now? What are your career skills? I am 105. Yeah, so 105 in career sales. And we have a lot of artists also that are 50%. You know the same kind of artists are usually it's a starving artist because the income's not good. But our artists have money. Artists aren't starving. 50%, this is exciting. Half baby. Francisco Duran in Puerto Rico is a branch manager. He has sold since the middle of June after his office recruiting stuff. He has sold probably close to $10,000 working part-time around running his office. He made $5 grand in the last 4 weeks. It's exciting. Anyone over 100 stay standing. Can I get a higher?
Higher, baby.
Let me get a go. Can I get a higher, baby?
Higher, baby.
150? Ooh, the competition. 200? 300,000? 4? Just personal sales, yeah. Or I guess.
Maybe that's my branch at least.
Yeah. Well, how much? How much have you sold career?
Personal is 295. Career
8 million. Carlos, what are you at? What are you at now? Career. Personal 80. 3.5 million. A lot of mil. Some of you will be there at some point. What am I at? I was on the slide.
When I promote, I think it's 60.
68 million. Damn. That's a lot of knives.
Good job.
Plus what? Plus mileage, that's right.
69.
So let's do this, ready? I want you to write down the 3 to 5 biggest Cutco lessons you learned from Cutco this summer. The 3 to 5 biggest lessons you learned from Cutco this summer. Bless you. Top 3 to 5 lessons you've learned this summer. Sorry.
Are you really?
I didn't mute it, sir. I didn't get to mute it.
Would like to share. And for this one, if you could stand up, name and office, and share. Just stand up and say, Martin, just the first name, what office you're from, and Cutco lesson.
My name is Marcel from Metro Miami. My top 4.
Pick one, yeah.
1?
Yeah.
Time management.
Be more specific. Tell me more about that.
I used to be very unorganized with like throughout my day, like what to do, what time to do it, just generally organize my day. Now with Cutco, I would learn Andrew, Eddie, they all taught me like how to actually like organize my day, my appointments, what to do at what time, how long it would take approximately, and write it down on my agenda.
That's good.
I didn't have it before.
That's good. Can we give Marcel a round of applause for that? Hello, Ryan. Alex.
Alex from Metro Miami. I need to be impeccable.
You're impeccable with your words. That sound familiar from the Lions? Because what you say says a lot. So be careful in how you choose your words. Thank you. Can we give Alex a round of applause? Thanks, Alex.
Leonardo from the Fort Lauderdale office. This job has taught me that you are who you hang out with. So it's really important to surround yourself with people that facilitate your growth and success.
Great. Give another round of
This job has taught me how to solve objections smoothly.
Yeah, so when someone says no in their way, you don't shut down. You find ways to calm, cool, collected, respond, not react. Cool. We'll give Jose a round of applause. Because when no one's watching, that's really who you are and how you operate, right? You get a light bulb on that one? Yeah. Can we give a round of applause to Gustavo?
My name is Alex from the camp office, downtime, bedtime. So, something real talk is on.
Find something productive and all that. Okay. Give a round of applause. Yeah, started is way better.
I'm Rachel from Fort Lauderdale. I learned that what you appreciate appreciates. So I used to be like, if I had a no sale, I'd be like really sad about it. And now I'm just like that. SC2 during Alliance, they talked about coming from a place of thankfulness instead of helplessness.
Yeah, thankfulness and gratitude is higher than being helpless. I agree with that. That's how you operate. Let's get Rachel.
Austin Rodriguez, Metro Miami. Mine is learning the art of the sale. So basically, building up rapport, credibility, the wow factor. And
Yeah,
also,
create a need, offer
Yeah.
solution.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, who's familiar with the 7 steps to a sale? You guys are again. Good, and I agree because you're learning great techniques that don't just help you here; they help you in life. Give Austin a big round of applause. Any comments up?
Yeah, so Eddie, Metro Miami. Biggest thing just after managing, something Andrew told me on a day-to-day whenever I was feeling down, just speed of the leaders, speed of the pack, especially if you're taking up that leadership role. That's what you got to do.
Yeah, when you lead, other people follow, so it's important to create energy. And here's a great thought for you, and I say this often. If you lack energy, give energy. I'll say it again. If you lack energy, give energy. No one know why? What happens? In fact, I'm not feeling good right now. And don't think that the excited SC2 push MC, the Jeff that you see is like this 24/7. There are some really tough times in life. Life is hard, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
Life is tough. Life is hard. Things happen. So when you lack energy, you lack excitement, give it.
Law of reciprocation.
Yeah. Law of reciprocation. Go more on that a little bit.
Whatever you need, you give, and then you receive. So whatever you put it out, you get it right back.
So think about that, and think about that as you move forward, not just from appointments, but from a personal standpoint. I know that whenever I'm not feeling great, and how many of you have ever been in my office, you'll see me going crazy at the office during Alliance. About a third of those times, I'm not feeling great, but I know what happens when I give it to you kids. And it comes back like that. And all I need is that one person say, Jeff, today, you really changed my life today, and I wasn't going to do this, but I'm going to do it now, and thank you for being a great mentor. Oh, okay, I'm good now. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Raise your hand for your manager. Isn't that all you need sometimes? Sometimes the day, it is hard to run a Cutco office. It is hard. And then also it's going to be really easy. But when it's a really hard day and everything's going wrong and no one's showing up for interviews and it's just, it's driving you crazy. You had 20 appointments for the day in your office and you sold $1,000. There was nothing. And you hate this job. And then, hey, Jeff, it's Eddie. You are my mentor. Really? Damn. This was a great day. It's that easy. It is that easy what we do. We did this earlier with one of our sessions, but we talked about the powers of the circle of influence and how well do you know this? And if you did it earlier, how easy is it to write down the 3 people you look up to the most, the 3 people that you learn with, and the 3 people that you mentor? And making this all the time. And for many of you, and in fact, I would say most of you, if you interviewed with me, that moment, that light bulb moment, my favorite light bulb, where you see yourself doing cut through college. And these look familiar?
Yep.
I was at a division manager meeting, and they're older like me. They said, "Why do you put all those number signs?" Larry, man, what's up with the number signs? Pound sign. That's a hashtag. What does it mean? I tried to explain stuff. And he said, I was showing messages. That's what I said to you guys. And what I was teaching is how to create an exciting TLA program. And I said, well, we use hashtags. And I didn't say anything. I just showed messages on the screen. What's the number sign? What's that? I explained it. I said, does that really work? What does it do? Well, you tell me. What did the hashtags do? And you see these all the time because you guys were feeding back to me. What have the hashtags done? Create culture. What else? What else have the hashtags done?
Motivated.
Yeah, they're motivating. You tell and ready. Go ahead. Emphasis. Yeah, put emphasis. I don't have to. Ready? What's this? What's that hashtag mean?
United.
What does that mean? Referring to what? Our team. Okay. What's that mean?
5-star.
What does that mean? What does 5-star recruit, Eddie? What does 5-star recruit mean?
Oh, I'm sorry. 5-star.
Sorry, I just realized there's two.
Yeah.
5-star if you just
What's a 5-star?
just doing the best you can.
Yeah, doing the best you can, being the best. How does 5-star relate to what we do here? What does that mean to be a 5-star college graduate? What does that mean, Rachel? You graduate, you get all the jobs in your major. Because most of you are not selling Cutco to be sales majors when you graduate. Most of you are not. Pre-med, pre-law, you name it. Politics. What's that? We like light bulbs?
Light bulb.
It's dark. So you like what's the light bulb mean? Culture of growth. What's the light bulb mean? What's it signify? Yeah, if you know something that sticks with you, hits you. What's Cutco through college mean? Tenure, be here. What else? Who can tell me? If you just started this summer, what does Cutco through college mean? Honey, you want to do what? What does that mean to do Cutco through college?
Using Cutco as a platform to
Boost your skills and boost your money.
Yeah, using Cutco as an avenue for professional development.
There we go. Using Cutco as an avenue for personal and professional development. Sounds familiar. Yes, sir.
start your future.
Yeah, set up your future. Ready? Why 2019? Hey, dummy. Jeff, it's 17. Next year's 18. Why 19?
Seeds.
What's 19 mean? What's happening in 19, everyone? Brenda, what's happening in 2019? Tell me, ladies. It's going to be fabulous.
Fabulous.
Right? 2018 is going to be outstanding. 2019 is where we will be the gold, diamond, platinum standard for high-performing TLA programs. And guess who's going to be a part of it? The people in this room. I told this to a group earlier that this is the year where we have people develop into managers. 2018, we need you guys to run offices and multiply yourselves. So in 2019, that's when it's on. So Cutco through college, really exciting. And I covered this probably too many times, but 121 exciting times for you guys. The other division managers they're like, okay, we get it. So you're selling this summer, so you earn your spot. And tonight, several of you will earn your spot. Tonight, several of you will be denied a spot, and you will fight to get late admission. And then there'll be a few people who unfortunately won't be able to experience TLA. Summer 2, you get a chance to run an office. At the highest level, our best performers are people with the highest amount of savings and skills and matrix scores will build a branch, build a business from scratch. And then they'll come back and they'll do it again. I think of Rianne right there, doing it again. I think of Andrew doing it for the 3rd time. I think of John Heisman and Anthony Blake doing it for the 2nd time. Or you take a different route. You come back and say, okay, I've run an office, I've grown and I've challenged myself. Now I'm going to run a full-time independent selling business to model the CSPs, the Andy Jantis of the world, if you will. Then summer 4, you create career positions with us as a district manager or a career sales professional, or you go on to be a 5-star recruit. That's my favorite. And mark my words. I want you to write down in your notebook right now. When do you graduate from college? Put that year down. When do you graduate from college? 19, 20, 24? I want you to write down next to that date, 5-star, DM, CSP. And I can't wait to have a phone call on that date. Because we will either be celebrating, Mila, your acceptance into the top material engineering firm in North America. Or we'll be celebrating you submitting your letter of intent because you're choosing to stay with Cutco for at least another 3 to 4 years to be a district manager. Or we'll be celebrating your choice to be a Cutco sales professional and do this year-round and sell on a full-time basis. Raise your hand. Raise your hand if during the tour this summer you said, I never ever thought there's no way I was going to do Cutco past summer. Damn, I kind of, I mean, maybe. I mean, no, I shouldn't think that, but oh, well, I kind of want to. Or, hell yeah, I'm going to be a district manager. Raise your hand if any of those thoughts came into your head. My gosh, we got you. We got you. You know how we got you? We got you to think beyond just the shoe. We got you to think beyond just what could happen in college. So I want to wrap up before I bring up our next speaker. We do the push countdown. I'd like to bring up all of our branches first. So if you're a branch manager in the room, if you come to the front of the room, can we give a big round of applause for our branches? Let's see. Enough. So this is really cool. And we're missing Francisco from Puerto Rico. He can't be here. You guys want to come on one side? Yeah, sorry. Sure. Let's not exclude you guys. So, it's like kind of emotional. You see these individuals where they started the process in August of last year. Some of them got into TLA for the first time. Some of them got reaccepted into TLA. And I want to tell you, these are the individuals who saved the most money through 8 months. These are the individuals who sold the most around school. Some of them consistent, some of them during push weeks. These are the ones who did the most training in their office, video time, cross-training. These are the boys and girls who came with me to Olean, New York, to Niagara Falls last year. These are the people who got a chance to tour the factory in Olean. Isn't it crazy how if I tell you right now, you might have a chance to get flown to Olean, New York? That actually excites you, doesn't it? Tell me. Yeah. You would actually get a chance to see the blade we put on. Full double the edge.
What? Full-time construction.
These are the individuals that outranked everybody else. These are the individuals that are part of the #1 branch class in the Eastern region. These are the individuals that are part of the highest ranking branch class in North America. And they come from all different backgrounds. What I'd like to do, we're going to start with Soleil, we'll come this way. Name, school major, and I'd like you to give me what you appreciate or have gained most from your branch experience. So we're pretty much at the end, and everyone here will be doing round 2, round 3. Some of these individuals will be going 5-star. Some of these individuals are going to be going into a district manager position. So Soleil, name, school, age, and experience from Cutco.
My name is Fernando. I go to Savannah College of Art and Design in Georgia. I study film and television with minors in cinema studies and producing for film and media. I'm 21 years old, and what I appreciate most was the challenge.
The challenge, good. Mr. Blake.
Blake, FIU, business major. The biggest lesson I've learned is having thick skin and also being a great problem solver. Be a great life problem solver. John Heitzman. I go to Boston University, 20 years old, studying international relations and business. And biggest lesson from branch is just learning how to manage emotions a lot better and making sure that you always give it.
Thank you. Thanks, Juan.
My name is Juan Schneider, Florida Atlantic University, double major in political science and business. I have a minor in Asian studies. 20 years old. My biggest lesson this summer is how diversity and experience.
You notice there's a common theme of, hey, I did something really hard, but on the other end, I'm a better person, a better leader.
JP Piotrowski. I study at TCC, Tallahassee College, Aerospace Engineering.
Biggest lesson for the summer is just learning how to conduct myself as a professional, kind of on a different level as a business owner.
Yeah. Love it. Big burly birded man. Big bird.
I'm from Tallahassee. I'm 21. But biggest lesson is a ski university. The biggest lesson would be put in the time you'll get out of it. I just like being on the box.
Put in the time. Pays off. Good.
That's how I got into university mathematics major, 21 years old. My biggest lesson was just learning how to deal with problems and what they feel wrong.
Andrew.
My name is Andrew Evans, freshman from Miami. I'm a student at FSU studying finance, real estate, and entrepreneurship. And the biggest thing that I've learned from branching is how to work with people.
Skills. And you've heard that multiple times.
I'm Smith, branch manager for Tampa, University of South Florida, business management. My biggest thing was confidence and skill sets to know I can
Dalila.
Dalila Kohar, Florida State, majoring in finance, and I would say that my favorite thing about branch was kind of having the magnifying glass put up to your face of all your flaws, and now you know exactly what to work on. It kind of gives you a bigger reason to work with part of this year. So.
I want to point out these are the models of who to work and be like in our company, in our division. These are the young men and women who have separated themselves, and you have to know this. Regardless of where you finish, good, bad, or ugly, and there are good results, bad results, and there are ugly results from an office standpoint, you guys have run a business from scratch. There are not many people, very few people on left can say you've run a business, and you guys have attempted to run a business. You guys have more courage than about 80% of America right now. And it doesn't seem like I didn't really run it on my own. You ran it on your own. Now you had Cutco support, and you guys will learn this if you get into TLA. But you've separated yourselves, and I can't wait, and this is really exciting. We have 100% acceptance back into TLA. They know this already, but we have 100% acceptance back and multiple letters of intent, which you'll learn about, from all these individuals to either run an office again next year or train to go into a Cutco sales professional route. So you'll see these individuals at TLA preps if you get involved, if you get accepted today. They're the mentors. They're the ones that are going to give you advice. And they say, if you want knowledge, learn from your mistakes. But if you want wisdom, learn from other people's mistakes. So be wise this summer. Be wise. You like that? You like that? Be wise. You take it from some great individuals. They'll be here tonight. They'll be at the mixer. They'll be at the mixer. Okay. Let me give a big round of applause for our branch. And if I can have our district manager team come on up. District and pilot team. There she So we're missing two. Grace Velez is in Puerto Rico, San Juan, Puerto Rico, and David Vargas. So same thing. And I think this is important to know. Without this team, there are no branches that are supported. Without this team, we don't have year-round business. Without this team, we don't have a TLA program. This is the group that helps facilitate TLA. All of them came to a COC at one point in their career. All of them got accepted into their first TLA at one point in their career. Most of them, if not all of them, have run a branch office or two, or in this case, three. All of them have been in some way, shape, or form either an assistant manager during the summer or during the school year at their local office. All of them have sold a very, very large amount of Cutco personally. And I can tell you right now, I couldn't be more proud of a group of district managers. This is my 21st summer doing Cutco, and we came together, and there was every reason in the world for us to be dismantled and not together, and we really did create a united front, so I'm super proud. Let's do the same thing. Let's start with Orlando. Name, how about what your school background was, why you chose to be a district manager, and what's most gratifying, what you love most about being a district.
So school was just wanted to go to finance, and then when I said, unlike most of my experience, was being able to have the business know-how, financial know-how that I want to move on from Cutco, open up on business, whether it's following soccer or not.
Okay. And then why did you choose to go district?
income and people. So income and relationships.
Karina, and say your office too. So Orlando runs the Fort Myers office.
Yep.
Karina, I run the South Miami office. I chose to go to DM initially just because I like the autonomy of it. And flexible hours are not missing anything that's super important. And I love maximizing.
We're in Tallahassee, and I guess the question is what chose to DM, right?
Yeah. Why should DM, and what do you love most about DM?
I love the fact that we get to operate like a true business owner and like a CEO of an organization, and that's what some of my college referring about that. He was talking, there's all the people like, treating this like a real business to where you can compartmentalize, and having the job where you can do that with most of my friends are having jobs where like moving cultures and businesses and people. So it's just a better role than I feel the normal job that most people might do that. So that's what I love about it.
Mike.
Oh, Mike Abramowitz, graduated University of South Florida with my bachelor's in industrial engineering and a minor in leadership studies. Back in 2008, went district, so it was my 14th summer with Vector. And I chose district. I had other options, but I chose district because it gave me an opportunity to still work with young people. I feel like that's why I'm here, is to influence the masses, but it's got to start somewhere. And I think our generation really needs leadership, and using the Vector model, I can be a force for good. So, and they buy me like BMW and shoes and watches. They make me travel across the world and hang out with good people and stuff. So that's
Tough life. Yeah, it's funny. Mike's the guy that he's not the fancy watch, fancy shoes guy, but when he gets it, he's like, oh, thanks. Appreciate it. Well, how about this? Why did you choose to take the district opportunity?
I mean, basically just the opportunity presents itself to make it work, and I said, why not? You know, I got nothing to lose, so I'm excited for it.
I'm excited for you.
Pilot, I might most likely choose to go DM because he's going to choose to go DM, and he told me to go DM.
That might be the best.
I don't know what else we're going to do. I mean, I like having options, and as of now, it looks like the best option. When it comes to money, the impact you're able to have, the people you surround yourself, the fun you're able to have, it's not often that you're able to look forward to coming to conferences like this, you know, and it's kind of like a reunion for management class. So, favorite part about it is the opportunity for servant leadership is really nowhere else that you can do that at something our age on the level that we have. We work with more college students in the company. It's really cool to be able to impact people's lives in that way, and we're selling knives. So.
We happen to sell the world's finest, right? Can we give a round of applause for others? Let's wrap up with this before we're going to take a quick stretch and get the peak state before the push down. I want you to write down on your paper the power of 1 year and underline it. The power of 1 year and underline it. The power of 1 year and underline it. And I want you to write down 3 to 5 of the biggest things. If you could create the perfect you next year, if you could create the perfect opportunity for next year. If you are thriving, let's say if you were with us next year, thriving at a high level, describe 3 to 5 things to describe what you're doing, what's different about you, what's better about you, what's more powerful about you. Write that down. I'll say it again. Assume, and I know some of you might not be, but let's assume you're with Cutco next year, here at the United team, experiencing the massive growth of our team. You're here next year. Give me 3 to 5 things that are massively different about you, that are more positive about you, that are improved 1 year from now. You might want to pick the worst part of what's going on for you right now. With that, if you're super disorganized, next year I'm going to be the most organized. If you're not as mature and you know it, I'm going to be super mature. Finances, confidence. If you already know that you want to be a branch manager, write down the position you are going to be running next year, because if you speak it in a positive tense, an ownership tense, you'll fight for it. I'm going to sell 10,000 for the push. No different than I'm going to be a district or a branch or a customer sales professional. Another 30 seconds. Be good, 3 to 5 good ones. Not, I'll make more money, I'll be more successful, and I'll be in Costco. That's lame. Give me something specific and descriptive and exciting. 1 year from now, I will be, and I want you to use those terms. 1 year from now, I will be, I will have. 1 year from now, I will be, I will have, I am. It's like alliance. Three to 5. Another minute, another 30 seconds. Describe 1 year from now. Anyone want to share anything exciting?
I put 1 year from now that I'll be better at public speaking and using better vocabulary.
Better at public speaking, a more polished public speaker, more refined vocabulary, more proper, professional, and distinct vernacular.
Wow. Yes.
Abby, 1 year from now.
1 year from now, I will lead others in doing and speak to organization skills.
That's outstanding. I love it. I get excited hearing it. Is it excited to say it? Is it exciting? Tristan.
1 year from now, I'll be running my own branch at a high level.
I will be running my own branch manager office that I fought to earn. Kate. Financially independent and confident. Campbell.
1 year from now, I will be one of the top 5 branches.
I'll be top 5 branches in the nation. I love our division. Austin.
I'll be a branch manager, buying 2 properties to lease, and have a real estate license.
There you go. Buying 2 properties to lease, create multiple streams of income, which I love. I have one of those houses. Multiple streams of income. They're fun, easy. It's cash. It's cash. It's low maintenance. Good.
I'll be able to do what I want because I did what others didn't.
Yeah, I'll be able to do something next summer because I did what other people would. Okay, and the skills from here, I love it. Control your emotions better. Good. Gustavo, we'll wrap up with Eddie.
1 year from now, I will have quicker, automated, effective rebounds. Because when you think about something, you're more likely to not do it. When it's automated, you already get it done.
We were just, yeah, that's a really deep way of saying you have a system to succeed or a system to bounce back meaning from challenge, right? Yeah, you have a system when things go wrong. And what really helps, that circle of influence. That's outstanding. Thank you. Last one, Eddie.
To become what I view as my 99 overall self. If anyone's ever played 2K or any sports games, to build the momentum to eventually beat Andrew after this summer.
Yeah, and that's something to shoot for, right? You say, how does the student become the teacher? How does the student become better? One of the greatest things you could do in our company and in life is you develop someone who's better than you. That's the best. Outstanding. I appreciate you guys sharing today. Hey, we're about to have an amazing event. Can I get your commitment that we're going to bring a lot of energy today? We've got a great lineup. We've got the countdown. We've got the public speaking message. We've got a message from Luke on the management opportunity. We're going to have an awesome snack break with food in just a bit. Then we're going to come back. Yes, thank God indeed. Then we're going to come back. We'll do our public speaking message, and we'll end with our TLA acceptances, and we'll have some time, lots of time tonight for late night with our CSP team. So I want to say thank you ahead of time for a great COC. Can you give yourselves a round of applause for today? I'm excited to bring up our master's ceremony for the Push Week. We've got 15 swords to give away. And one thing I know is that Mike Abramowitz gets the party started. Mike Abramowitz gets the Push Week going. and Mike Abramovich will get energy into the room, and we're going to recognize our top 15 people, not just to get the radar going, but to get some proper recognition. So let's give Mike Abramovich a big round of applause as he comes up.
Let's do this thing. All right, everyone take a big, deep breath in. Deep breath in through your nose, through your nose. Deep breath in through your nose. And then slowly exhale, control it. One more deep breath in through the nose. One more deep breath in through the nose. Hold it. And then a slow release. Does this go louder? All right. Are you guys ready? No or yes? Yeah. Are you guys ready? No or yes? Yeah. Clap your hands on me. Clap your hands on me. Gringo's got it. All right. Keep it going. 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 When I say cut, you say go. Cut. Cut. When I say cut, you say go. Say cut. Cut. When I say love, you say you. Love you. Love you. Come on, guys. Give me some energy. You guys ready? No or yes? No or yes? No or yes? Who's fired up? Say I. Say I. Say I. Say I freaking. Say I freaking. Say I freaking rock. Say I freaking rock. Stay standing there right now if you sold at least $1,000 in CPO during the last 2 days. If you sold at least $1,000 in CPO during the last 10 days, that is $100 a day. Stay standing. At least $1,000. $1,000 in 10 days. Let's give these individuals a round of applause. We'll take it. If you sold at least $2,000, $200 a day for the last 10 days, stay standing. All right, everyone over $2,500, come to the front of the room. $2,500, come to the front. If you sold $2,500, line up right here. In the last 10 days, $2,500, come to the front. Let's give them a big round of applause. Big round of applause. Clap it up, clap it up, clap it up. All right, all right. We have some swords to give away. Let's get a couple of you guys over on this side, please.
No, don't go. He's gonna say something.
Move it all down, all the way down, all the way down, all the way down, close the front. Oh. All right, all right, all right. So here's where we're at. We have some swords to give away. It's only 10 days. Some individuals started school. Some individuals were on family vacations, but still found a way. So we're going to figure out who our top 15 are. So how many we have right now? We got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. 30. All right, we figured out who our top 15 are. Now it's time to figure out who's going to be top 10, top 5, top 3, and who's the number 1. So let's figure this out. If you're between 2,500 and 3,000, step forward, please. 2,500 and 3,000. All I want is your name and your office, and we're going to send you on this way to grab your sword and grab a photo. Hopefully your manager cares about you enough to take a photo of you with your sword. If your manager doesn't take a picture of you with your new sword, all it means is they don't care. But that's okay. So don't take it personal. So let's figure out what you sold and your name and your office. What you sold, name and office?
I sold 2,700 and my name is Selena Rybar and
$2,700. So we have the top 15, name, office, and how much you sold? Ooh, $2,600 right here. Let's give Gustavo some love. Great job, great job, great job. Name, office, and what you sold.
Hi, my name is Rachel. I'm from Lauderdale. This is a little over 5.
Oh, you're
get back! Get back!
Rookie.
What is this?
Come on, Rachel. Starting stuff.
I'm Jeremy Williams. I'm from the Fort Lodi. And I sold 2,800.
$2,800. Great job, everybody. Let's give a round of applause.
So I sold about 2,850.
Nice. $2,800. So give him some love. Great job. Great job. Go for it.
Giovanni Pastrana from the University of Florida.
Go Gators.
Fort Lauderdale Inferno. About $2,800.
Excellent. Great job. That's everyone between $2,500 and $3,000. Is that correct? $2,500 and $3,000? Did I get a higher, baby?
Higher, baby.
So between $3,000 and $3,100. $3,000 and $3,100. 31 to 30, everyone say 2. So 31 to 30. 32 to 30. All right, we got some people right here. Give them a big round of applause.
From the Miami
Spartans!
Spartans, what is your profession?
Oh!
I sold 3,169.
Nice job. Just under. How much do you have to sell to make $1,000 in income at 30%? 33, 34, right? 33, 34. Let's see where these guys are at. Oh, my bad. That sucks. But you're still good. You're still good, but that's unfortunate.
My name's Eddie Diarcos, and I'm from the Miami
Spartans!
Spartans, what is your profession?
Oh!
I sold $3,200 for it.
Nice. Still solid job. You got to sell 33, 34 to make it G. Be between $3,000. Right there. All right. See where we're at.
My name is Marcel Fan, and I'm from Miami
Spartans!
Spartans, what is your profession?
Oh!
I sold 3,300. 3,300.
I was actually too much.
Let's give him a big round of applause. Big round of applause. I want to get you some perspective for you. If you sell over 33, 34, you made $1,000. We have some people in this room. How many of you in this room made only $1,000 or have a friend that made about $1,000 last summer? Anybody have a friend that made about $1,000 all summer? Maybe like 1,000, 1,500, somewhere in that range. Have a friend that's done that, right? They made that last 10 days. We're talking in 10 days. That's pretty exciting. It's pretty hot. So between 3,000, 3,300. Everybody say higher, baby.
Higher, baby.
33 to 34. You gotta say 4. 33 to 30. 34 to 30. 35 to 30. 36 to. All right, we got another one. Here we go. Name and office. Well, how much you sold?
My name is Christian Upton. I'm from the Fort Myers office, and I sold 3,500.
3,500. Let's give a big round of applause.
I'm Rachel from Fort Lauderdale. I sold 3650.
About 3650. All right, give me some love. Great job. So we're between 36 and 37. 37, 38, 38, 39. Over $4,000. Everyone say higher, baby.
Higher, baby.
So 4,000 to 41. 41, 42, 42, 43, 43, 44, 45. Everyone over 4,500. All right, let's give them some love. Let's give Tracy some love.
Around 4,500 in the past 10 days.
$4,500. Great job right there. $4,500. Guys, this is in 10 days. It's pretty exciting. Around vacations, around other things, we're still selling some knives, right? It's not over. People are still getting it done. And 30%. That's why August is profit month. This is profit month. 30% commission is pretty exciting. If I could get you guys over here, since it's just the 4 of you. All right, let's figure out who's top 3, because we got these cool daggers right here for top 3. These things are pretty legit. So top 3. So one's gonna get a cool sword, one's gonna get cool daggers, 3-inch daggers. So here we go. Let's see what office you're from. What office you represent? Ooh, we got Tampa. So we got a branch manager.
Miami Metro.
Miami. And Fort Lauderdale. Who in Fort Lauderdale got it?
Anyone root for Fort Lauderdale? Who's rooting for Metro Miami? Let's go Clearwater. In Tampa. All right, we'll see. 5,000 to 5,500. 5,000 to 5,500. Step forward. Oh, number 4 gets a big score.
Hi, I'm Julia. I'm branch manager at Pasco Hernando, and I sold 53.99.
Great job, Julia. 50%. 50%. She made over $2,500 in 10 days. Can I get it? That's what I'm talking about.
That's what I'm talking about.
I'm telling you, 50%. Hot 50 is definitely where it's at, which is pretty exciting. So we have our top 3. Top 3 between 5,000 and 5,500, right there in that neighborhood. All right, tell it now.
Yeah, I'm back.
All right. Woo!
My name is Rachel from Fort Lauderdale. And I sold 51.76.
Right at $5,000. $5,000. $1,500 in income. Let's give her a big round of applause. Give her a big round of applause. All right. Give her a big round of applause. All right, good. Cole, what do we say? If we don't have energy, we need to what?
Give energy.
If we don't have energy, we need to we need to give energy. So if we don't have energy, we need to give energy. So we're going to figure out who's number 1 and who's number 2. So whoever's number 2, we want to give them a lot of energy. We want to give them a lot of energy. So who's going to be number 2? Is it going to be Tampa that's number 2, or is it going to be Metro Miami's number 2?
No.
We'll find out. 5,000 to 5,500. Everyone say higher, baby.
Higher, baby.
55 to 56. 56, 57, 58, 58, 59. Hold up.
Austin.
Right. 55, 56. 55, 56, 56, 57. 57, 58. 58 to 50. All right.
Austin, no, you're like 8 grand. You're like 8 grand, bro.
There we go.
He's not? Oh.
My name is Alex Torre from Tampa Bay. So it's 58, 59 for the push. 58, 59 for the push. Let's give some love right there. 58. Excellent. $5,800 for the push. And the man who doesn't have his number, I think that's cheating. But I'm not the judge here. Just tell everyone how much you think you sold.
Well, for the August 1st, I've sold out. But around from August 7th till now, about 6,000. So.
Okay.
Still wins.
You still win. Still win.
Miami
Sports!
What is your profession? Number one in the room right now, made over just under $2,000 in income in 10 days. That's pretty exciting. That doesn't suck. So let's give number 1 a huge big round of applause. Great job. Also, if I could get branch managers who have a sales report, branch managers, personal sales, as well as office sales. So branch managers, office sales, personal sales. So I know we have Pasco, I know we have Tampa. I just want to recognize this in just a moment, for just a moment. Outside of Andrew, he doesn't count. I just want to recognize, I guess specifically these two ladies, because these individuals right here, how old are you?
20.
And how old are you? So these are two 20-year-olds right here, right? Check it out real quick. I don't know, I promise you don't want to miss this. These are two 20-year-old girls right here, ready? This young lady right here, call them women, girls, ladies. Here's the deal. Powerhouse females. How about that?
Wow.
These powerhouse females, this one right here, sold personally right at $2,500, right? Makes half of that, made over $1,200 in a day. And this young lady over here sold over $5,000, made over $2,500 over the course of a week, right? But they also have teams of people they're managing in the process. Selling COC, you're only managing you, but these individuals are managing a team of other human beings at the same time. And your team sold right at about 10 grand, and your team sold right at about $28,000? $28,000 on top of her own personal sales. That's called capacity. What is it called?
Capacity.
Capacity, where you could manage yourself while also managing other people. I just want to recognize that. This is the epitome of what finishing the summer strong looks like, where you don't give up on your people and you don't give up on yourself. Let's give these two young ladies.
Yeah!
We also had office competitions. There was like a head-to-head competition for teams. From the push countdown, I'm pretty sure Metro might have won that, but Luke, can you verify that? Metro Miami versus Fort Lauderdale. Is it close? Oh, I don't even know. All right, so if you want to facilitate this, I got this. Did you guys?
I have a
So
fish.
you guys up here, and then we had another competition, which was Tallahassee, and Fort Myers, and South Miami. You guys know the winner of that situation?
Soda fisherman. Toss it on there.
Awesome. So we'll